This is what being over 500 pounds looks like.
Hey honeys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. So today's conversation is about how being fat looks like and how it feels. So I've put some videos together, kindly watch them and I'll be back to share my own thoughts. Please stick around.
This is what being over 500 pounds looks like. This too. And this. Hi there. I'm Michaela. I am newly on my GLP-1 journey to lose weight and get healthy. And it's somebody that's over 500 pounds. This is part of my journey. It's part of my story. And I wanted to document it because honestly, I'm not great about taking these kind of photos so that I can look back and hopefully see my progress, both how I feel, but also how I look. Sometimes the scale doesn't show it, and photos like these, hopefully, or videos like these will. It's certainly not the glamorous side of being overweight. I'm not really sure what is, but this is my reality, is that I'm not super comfortable behind the wheel of my car. I'm down 20 pounds, and I will tell you, I'm much more comfortable than I was 20 pounds ago. But hopefully, as my journey goes on, we'll see how different I look. So, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you're on your journey and doing well. Talk to you soon. Bye.
I'm fat, so I make sure that I'm never the first one to suggest that we go out to eat. I'm fat, so I'm not going to take a second helping until someone else does. I'm fat, so I'm always going to check and see if a chair can hold me before I sit down. I'm fat, so I'm going to ask for a seatbelt extender on the airplane. I'm fat, so most necklaces aren't going to fit me without an extender. I'm fat, so most people who are attracted to me view it as a fetish. I'm fat, so I have a bad relationship with a lot of the older women in my family. I'm fat, so if I'm uncomfortable or meeting someone new, I'm gonna have a pillow over my stomach. I'm fat, so I'm never gonna assume someone's attracted to me or ask someone out unless they make it clear to me that they're interested.
Being fat feels a lot like being famous. For example, when you're fat, you feel more comfortable having someone with you when you leave the house, because if someone is with you, then you're less likely to get bullied. And if you do get bullied, then hopefully that person will stand up for you, kind of like a security guard would. People take pictures and videos of you out in public without your consent and post them on the internet. People assume things about your intelligence, morals, and character, even though they've literally never met you. People stare, like not just little kids, like grown people will have no problem gawking at you like you're an animal at the zoo. Your accomplishments are downplayed as if you don't deserve them. People treat you very differently than they treat normal people, almost like you're not a real human with feelings. They're very comfortable saying things to you that they would never say to someone that they viewed as a real person. You have to sort of live in this bubble outside of reality. Like, you can't really participate in the same life as a normal person. You can really only cosplay it. And when you are trying to be normal, you know that it's all the people around you are thinking about, even your friends and family. And you know that it affects how they treat you. And you can't even talk about the challenges you face, because then people will attack you and tell you that you chose your life and have no right to complain about the negative aspects. I know this sounds very delusional, but it's the best way I can explain it.
I hate to be the person that just keeps barking up the same tree, but it's really bothering me recently. Specifically since I started losing weight, it is bothering me so bad, okay? My first impressions are always ruined. Doesn't matter. If you're a fat person, if you're overweight, if you're plus size, whatever you want to call it, you guys always get mad at me for calling it fat, but whatever. Your life is just set up for you. It really is, because you no longer get a first impression. You don't. Because if you're fat, your first impression is that you're fat. You don't get to be funny. You don't get to be quirky. You don't get to be cute. You don't get to be anything. You don't get to be hot. You don't even get to be ugly. You're fat. That's just all you are. And anything else that comes after that is just an add-on, a bonus, because nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody cares. Because if you're fat, nobody cares what you have to say. They can sit here all day, all night, all afternoon, and they can say that they care about you, blah, 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 but they don't. They don't. Because a first impression is everything. As much as a lot of people say, oh, like when I first met you, I thought you sucked and now I love you. Like, and that's great, you know? But when that's always the case, it sucks. It literally sucks ass because you don't get to be anything other than fat until you prove yourself otherwise. So being fat, you're constantly proving yourself. You're constantly proving that just because you're fat, you're not dumb, you're not rude, you're not stupid, and like automatically you don't get to be anything else. And it literally sucks. And nobody talks about it. And it pisses me off. Like my whole life. Literally my whole life. I don't get to choose, you know? I don't get to be the nice girl, like the nice funny girl. I don't get to be pretty first. I'll always be fat first. And it pisses me off.
Okay, I figured out what actually pisses me off while being fat. Okay, because you know I don't let a lot of things bother me. But one thing about it, two things for sure. I realized that being pregnant, I like see all these TikToks. And if there's one thing I regret being fat, it's not that I'm not confident in myself and love myself. It's the fact that you can't fucking tell I'm pregnant. Now, what the fuck happens if I'm in a fucking emergency and they're like, all the pregnant women this way? They're going to look at my fat ass and be like, you're not pregnant. And I'll be like, but I am though. Ain't no bump in sight. Just tummy. Yeah. So if I could change something, I think the bump is in my ass. I'm fine with that too. But yeah.
This is me taking a rest on my stairs because I'm not feeling good, as you can hear in my voice. I'm proud of this moment because when I was 730 pounds, there was a time I couldn't even make it up the bed anymore. I lived on a mattress downstairs. By doing hard things every day, I am changing the circumstances that I created for myself. And I'm not giving up until I get to a healthy weight. Don't ever give up on yourself. Whatever you're facing, you're hard, whatever it may look like, just keep going every day because you matter. We all have to remember to keep doing what we need to do to become healthy, mentally, physically.
Well, after listening to all the people, kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Because as much as they feel the way they feel being fat, I'm so happy for them that everyone is doing something about it. You know, sometimes people act like being fat is a choice. But being fat is hard, and it's not a choice. Some people gain weight because of pregnancy, some it's because of genetics. So being fat is hard, but remember that you deserve love, respect, and everything in the world. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. See you in the next video and stay safe.